Power does what it wants. Power does what it wants. Power does what it wants.
Hey guys, Rogue Nation here with you, and we're going to be going over the Parks family update in Valdosta. Some interesting developments. We got some forgery, it looks like, and some perjury. We got some court recordings to listen to, as well as some documents to share. So we'll get right into that, and then you guys can check it out and make up your own mind, and see if this is tomfoolery or if nothing's afoot. But I think you'll agree with us that there seems to be something amiss here with this whole story. So let's go.
House occupancy or rent, as
Right.
we would call it, and utilities.
Right.
Now, who does Ms. Parks pay that $600 to?
Ms. Park pays the $600 to South Georgia Partnership to End Homelessness.
Now, what does South Georgia Partnership to End Homelessness do with the $600 monthly payment?
$600 monthly payment that Mrs. Park pays the partnership, we have to pre-write checks to Habitat for Humanity for $600 to cover the cost of the housing that we're in memorandum of understanding with foreclosed units. So we have foreclosed units that we have to give monies for each month. We pay Habitat for Humanity, but in turn the clients is turning around giving us the money that we've already paid Habitat for Humanity.
Wait, Ms. Parks pays the $600.
Right.
Do you then give that to Habitat?
Well, we already done paid it, but she pay us, is reimbursing us, but we've
What
paid
you've already paid Habitat?
Right.
Okay. So you're really obligated to Habitat. South Georgia Partnership
Right, South
is
Georgia,
obligated to Habitat.
correct.
But what about the lease agreement that Ms. Parks entered into with Habitat?
Well, that lease agreement does not make her be responsible for paying the rent to Habitat because of the memorandum of understanding.
Understand.
Yes,
I
sir.
got you. All right. So, did Ms. Parks pay?
She did.
Let me hand you what's been marked as exhibit number 11.
All right.
And what is that?
This is a transaction DKL account by our financial bookkeeper, Diane Metz, showing the payments that was made from Mrs. Parks to South Georgia Partnership to End Homelessness.
On that document, that signature is not my signature. I currently have the correct document where me and my husband both came in and provided all of our information. You signed all the documents on May 13th, the same date that Ms. Vivian has signed it. No, it's not. Y'all, just for record, excuse me. That's fine. Just for the record, that Plaintiff's Exhibit 7 is the lease agreement between her partnership dated May 1, and signed May 1 by her and Dr. Mathis. The document that she's produced says May 13. It's not the same document. Well, all your signatures look different on it. You sound kind of crazy on all of them. If you look at all of them, I noticed that about your signatures too. But anything that we have, you sign off on. You can explain it like that. Okay. With payment. Yeah, okay. Then we're calling. We're still on the road. Thanks, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. If I may, Your Honor, Mrs. Parks came into our office. She had just got into the program, so this is August. She's trying to get some benefits, get her benefits transferred or something from Florida to here. And in order for us to show them what she's paying in, I instructed Ms. Diane to go ahead and write the letter, because the $50 that she was giving towards the money that I gave her is actually her money. And I wanted to give her the credit and the benefit that she's actually
giving us $650, but it wasn't for anything about a deposit. But I instructed Diane to go on, and this is what this letter states. It would help her in her getting her benefits that she's paying $600, which include the rent in addition to the occupancy fee each month. Ms. Parks is paying $50. We didn't want to state anything about any loan, and I said, well, just mark it as deposit until paid in full. And according to Diane, she only paid $250 of my $300 back. Now, she stated something about $600 deposit, but if you were to look into the lease, all the leases are the same. If there would have been a deposit, it would have been noted in the lease. There is no deposit listed in the lease. Then the second thing would be DCA. What is about DCA? When we were funded by state, DCA is a state funder. We have been funded at times by DCA. And DCA, back when we were doing the rapid rehousing, DCA looked at this Project Home thing and says we needed a lease to show Habitat as the owner of the house because of the liability. So the program side of it is South Georgia Partnership, which gives us the agent part, wherein we control filing for evictions and etc. But Habitat is the owner, and that's why we had to do 2 leases. And once we did that under DCA, even though we are not funding anymore, there are some things, just like I said earlier, it's a model. We take some of the things that we've learned from DCA and HUD, and we just continue them as a practice of helping the program. That's what that is. So we are not getting any DCA funding. We're not getting any HUD funding.
When was the last time y'all received DCA funding?
This is 2020, Diane. That's 2000 what? June 2019. So it ended in 2019. And so that's that with
Were any of the properties managed by South Georgia Partnership in Homelessness during 2019 from the date of her lease until now paid for in any way by DCA?
No. All the Project Homes monies is paid through our faith-based monies through churches and charitable donations.
Was any portion of Ms. Park's lease ever paid by DCA?
No, never.
Go back to bed, America. Your government is in control again.